Sunny Banani, good people. Hello, 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 hello. How are you doing, guys? How you doing? How you doing? It's Wednesday. Hope everybody, my family, every one of you okay where you are? Yeah, I was supposed to be with you yesterday, due to being busy and busy with some other stuff that I do on the side. So I couldn't. So I postponed it today. That you know what, I'll see my even though, excuse me, even though, I'm still busy, but somehow I get time to squeeze you in some way, to spend time with you, to come and say hello and to share and to do what we came for on this platform, right? Yes. Let me greet you guys. Hello everyone, wherever you are, at work, at school, and meetings everywhere, people who are traveling, just want to say hello everywhere you are. Hope you're doing great, guys. I hope you're doing great. And we're here and back again. So guys, I just want to thank my viewers and those who liked, and please guys, keep on subscribing. I am thankful to those who subscribed already, and keep on sharing, guys. Keep on sharing. Don't keep this nice platform to yourselves. Hook other people up, and so that they can enjoy as much as you do. Whatever the good that you get into this platform, share to another person so that they can get that enjoyment that you're getting as well. So those who are new on my platform, hello and welcome. You're talking to T, and hope that we're gonna have a good one with you guys, a good journey, and you're going to enjoy what we're doing in this platform. You're going to be one family, one bond, and then we drag this along together, you know what I mean? So yes, guys, today the topic is about actually my experience that I experienced when I was still, I think was I 6 to 7 years, because I remember between me and my sister there's a 7-year gap, and she wasn't even born, but I think my mom was pregnant at that time, and my dad was a person who likes to explore and try new things, especially when it comes to business. He wanted to open new businesses, and he was business minded. So he heard about this new place back then when I was, back then I was 6 or 7, because I was about to start school, Then my dad heard about this new place. Probably most of you who are staying in Pretoria, you'd know the place. It's Pankop. All right. We went to Pankop, and then Pankop was not even developed at that time. It was, I think they were trying to develop it, and that's when now there were most of not most, because it was still new, but most of people it was white people who had like livestocks, and because now the yards, they were big, and they could buy big yards and build whatever that they want to do. And others who have livestocks, they had like enough space, to do whatever that they want to do. So my dad actually came up with, he bought a land there and he was starting to build. So he wanted to open actually a supermarket there. So we had a house in Mpumalanga, at Vezubuhle. I don't know if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the place called Vezubuhle. We had a big house there, a main house, let me say that, and then we had another house at Hammanskraal. So, but the Hammanskraal one, it was actually in a yard. It was a big yard where my grandparents stayed at. It was their house, actually. It was their yard, but it was too big. It was too big. So their house, it was like that side, and they built my dad another house that side. When we go there, like when we go to visit, sometimes my dad would stay there for some time with them, but in his house. So we'll go there, or maybe, but mostly we were at Vezubuhle. That's where his businesses were most of the time. So yeah, so probably we had like 2 houses, and then he wanted to build another one at Pankop. All right, then we went there. He took us along because obviously he was a family man, and they got married, or they were married already, and the other one was coming. My sister was on the way, so he took us along. So they decided that maybe I'll start school there, and yeah, because he wanted to settle there, but then he would travel if you want to check up on other businesses, as yeah. So yeah, we were there, and the structure was like this. The house was here, and the other one was there. The other, like, it was still scattered. There was nothing, and the sand, it was, the sand from the beach. Yeah, the sand, it's like that. It's very, very fine, like the sand from the beach. It was very nice. You can even walk barefoot there. So as we were moving in, and my father already like built 3 rooms, I think, and then now they were about to start with the big house, like the house that he wanted to build in the yard. So we were staying in that 3 or 4, yeah, 4-roomed house. So yeah, and then first day we got there and we slept. Okay, everything was fine. And now the second day, there's this other guy. He stayed like not far away from us, but the house was a little bit away from where we are. So he came and he welcomed us. He was a white man, and he was like, "Hi, how are you?" My dad was like, "No, I'm okay. You new here, right?" And my dad was like, "Yeah, I'm new. We just came yesterday with my family," and they spoke as man to man. "No, I'm here actually, I want to open a shop here, and probably maybe if I like the place, I would stay here, or if only I don't like the place, then I would maybe build a house here and maybe rent it out, or maybe sell it, then that guy's like, "Yeah, no, it's a good idea. I'm doing livestocks, and I'm selling, sheep and cows and goats, yeah, whatever." So he had a big kraal behind his house, where he had cows and goats and sheep there. So now that guy was like, "Hey, I hear what you're saying. And it's a good idea, but is that your only little one?" And my dad was like, "Yeah, this is my only little one, but we're expecting another one. It's on the way." It's like, "Hey, okay, I hear you, but I just want to warn you." My dad was like, "Yeah." And he's like, I want to warn you since you're new here, because actually the place, it had many mountains, not big mountains, but it had mountains around where we were, you know. It was like big mountains around us at the back there, you know. Yeah. So now, like, guys, like, I just want to warn you, because on those, especially, and then he pointed to this other one, this side. It was like this mountain, there's a snake. You must be careful, because that snake, it actually it takes our livestocks, and it eats kids, like small kids as well. So you have to be more careful, especially with your little one. And if only, like, you planning to stay here with the other one that it's coming on its way, so you have to be more careful. My dad was like, really, a snake? What kind of a snake is that? It's like, you know what, when we got here as well, I was surprised that my goats, they disappear, they vanish. My sheeps, so they were vanishing. I don't even know what happened. And the other day, the other man saw it. It's got blue hair. Guys, you know, I just want to know, what is your worst experience when you were a child? Like something like these things, that's something like this that I'm going to share with you today. All right, then that guy is explaining the snake to my dad. Is like, you know, it's got blue hair. We don't even know what kind of a snake is. It's different, but that snake, it eats only livestock, especially goats, sheep. I think maybe the cow was too big for, I don't know, but he was actually on sheep and goats and kids, small kids, literally kids. So you must be careful with your little one, because when she plays, anything can happen. So my dad was like, okay, thank you for the warning, and I'll be careful with her. But you know, my dad, when he was explaining to my mom, you know, he had doubts that guy is just scaring him, you know, or it might be true or it might not be true. So my dad was like to my mom, no man, this guy probably, maybe he doesn't want maybe me to stay here, or maybe he wanted to buy this a yard, or I don't know, it could be anything, but maybe he's scaring me so that maybe I can just leave. Or so my mom was like, but what if he's right? And my dad was like, yeah, maybe he could be right, but no, man. What kind of a snake is that? Like taking kids and livestock and whatever. And then my mom was like, you know what? Let's see. But when it comes to referring to me, my child, if really this is happening, I'm not going to stay here, because we don't know what will happen. So my dad was like, obviously, yes, but we'll see, you know, let's see, and let's just stay a little longer and see what's going on. Then they were looking for the new school for me, because I was about to start school. So my dad and my mom, they went to the school, because I think I was going to school the next year, not that year that we got the next year, because I think I was still in preschool. Then my mom was like, I think we got in the middle of the year, and my mom was actually preparing the school for next year, and she was looking for a crash so that I can just finish up and then to go to the new school for grade 1. So now they went to that school, a primary school, and then they got there, and they were actually looking for a space for me for next year. And the principal, guess what? The principal was like, I hear you, yes, we will take the child, but the warning. My dad was like, warning? The principal was like, yeah, warning, because most of our kids, and then she was like asking, it was a she, so she was asking, where do you stay? And then my dad explained to her where we stay, and then the principal said, okay, she actually here at school, especially people who are staying, it was a walking distance. It was a walking distance to go to school, but then now the principal was like, kids who are walking most of the time, if they don't get dropped by the parents, if they walk, they have to walk in a group. So my dad was like, in a group, why? And the principal is like, no, it's because of the snake that there are many kids that we've lost at school already, through the snake that is wandering around, and we don't even know how it takes kids. So mostly when kids who are walking to school, they normally walk in groups. Don't let your child walk alone, because this is where now your kid will disappear. So now my dad saw that, you know what, this is serious. And then my dad explained to the principal, saying that, you know what, this is not new to me. Actually, my neighbor, he actually explained to me, talking about the snake, and I didn't believe him. Okay, it didn't make sense to me. So it's like, yeah, it's true. It's a blue. It's got blue hair, and it's a different snake that we've seen in our history. So my dad was like, oh, this is serious, because at one point I thought maybe you would just want to scare me away, or maybe I was like, no. The principal was like, no, it's actually true, So my dad, we came back, and my dad was like, wow. My mom was more scared. My mom was like, no, I'm not gonna lose a child here. We have to do something. So my dad didn't, my dad sometimes could be stubborn. He was like, no, let's just stay a little longer. Probably nothing will happen as long as we take care of our little one. And my dad was like, okay, let's just stay a little longer so that I can do the project that I'm here for, and afterwards, and then we can move back to our house. Then I'll come just to check up on the house and whatever the project that I'm here for the building of the shop and whatever. So my mom was like, all right, but it doesn't sit me well, because this is the second person, and if only the school says that as well. So which means this thing, it's kind of serious, this thing of the snake taking kids and whatever. So right, and then days goes by. I met a friend. She's not staying like far away from where I was staying, but the house was a little bit like away as well. Remember, we didn't have like yards as normal and streets. It was just a house here, like in the village. It was like that, like in the other house they, in the rural areas. Yeah, it was like that. So I got a friend, and so we were taking turns to go to the house. She will come to my house, and she'll play with me in my house. Tomorrow it's my turn to go to her house, and then we play there, like that. So, but my mom warned me. It's either she would walk me there to my friend's place, and or my friend comes with the sibling to come and fetch me, and then we go there. But my mom didn't like that thing of us walking, the three of us going there. She would take us halfway, and then she would wait there up until we get into the house, into the yard, and then now she would walk back. So now that was the routine. So right, and then as we were visiting each other, then the one day, there was a big tree at the back of the house. So, but then it was in the afternoon where I was supposed to go and take my bath to change into my pajamas. Then I went outside. I don't know, my mom sent me to fetch something. And then on the tree, but I can see something is moving. And you know, the tree is green. So I checked on that tree, but there's no movement anymore. And I'm like, okay. And then the second day again, when I went at the back of the house, I saw the same thing. Like, it's like the tail, you know, when it was moving, but I didn't see the body and the head. I just saw the tail now, you know, just going up, just, you know, pulling up the end of the tail. Then I tell my mom, I'm like, yo, I think I saw a snake, because I just saw the ending of the tail. So my mom was like, no, maybe it's because of now they told me that I have to be careful, there's a snake and whatever. So maybe it's in my imagination. So, okay, my mom was like, I hope it's not what you saw, but I think maybe it's because of, maybe you're scared that you might see the snake. This very same day. Then I'm going to my friend, my mom, okay, take me to my friend, and she walked back. I'm not wearing shoes, guys. I'm not wearing shoes. I'm actually barefoot, because remember I told you that the sand, it's like not it's like, but it's the sand from the beach, like that's soft sand. So now, okay, I went to my friend's house, and we played, and normally my mom warned me that if you see, because that time I remember they were still teaching me how to use a watch, like how to read, how to know my time, you know. So they bought me, you know, those digital watches. So yeah, and then my mom told me if it goes 500, so which means you must come back home, you know, 500, especially when it was, because that time it was still summer. So summertime, you know, it's still sunny, you know. So he says like 500, and then you know that those digital times, you can even put an alarm, and if it's like 500, it will go to show you that you have to go back home. So now I don't know, that day I've got my watch, I went to my friends. So now we're playing there, and then I felt like, okay, this watch, I'm not comfortable playing with it, and then I removed it. I said, okay, can you please put it in the house, and then when I leave, I'll take it. And then, you know how we were kids, guys. We played the whole day. We played. It was very nice. Okay, now the sun starts to go down. No, before that, then my friend suggested that, you know what, let's go to my other friend, it's not far, and then we go play with her there. Okay, I'm like, okay, good. Then I left the watch there at her house. We went to have a friend's house. We were playing there the whole day. So now when we were playing, guys, now it's getting dark. Not dark, but the sun is going down. It's like, that time probably it was now 5:30, I think, 5:30 to 6. Then, you know, when you play, sometimes you just forget everything is okay, you're just enjoying play. Then my friend was like, hey, what time is it? I said, I forgot my watch at your house. By that time, probably my mom was looking for me. She went to my friend's house. They couldn't find it. They said, no, they went. They said they want to play somewhere here, around here, but then we don't know where they are. They were looking for us. My mom, like, now she takes the road to go home. Probably, maybe she's thinking maybe she will bump on me while going home. She looked at the time. The time is past already. She panicked. Now I'm running. I'm like, hey, woman, I have to go home. My mom is going to give me a hiding. I'm going to get hidings today if I get late. When I get to her house, now they're like, hey, your mother is looking for you. Where were you? We were like, no. We were explaining that we were playing by who's I don't remember the names, guys. We were playing at this other friend of mine. My friend is explaining to the mother, and her mother's like, you are in trouble because your mother, she's so furious where she is. Run. Then her mother's like, take her halfway. When you start seeing a house, it's nearby. You stand there, and then she must run home. As she gets into the gate, you must come back and run. Okay. I took my watch. I'm scared at that time. Now I'm thinking of my mom. She's furious where she is. She's going to be fuming, and she's going to give me a hiding. And I'm praying, because now if my dad at least is there, I know I'm not going to get a hiding. I know my dad was like, no, leave her. I'll speak to her. My dad didn't actually like my mom giving me a hiding, So that's what I liked my dad for. So I'm like, I just wish my dad is there. Because my dad would go out like in the morning and go for that project where he will be building the supermarket at, and come back late, or he was busy. He was busy during the day. So he would come later, to come and sleep at home. So now I'm running, guys. I'm running. No. Before that, I'm with my friend, and my friend, there's a certain place where she has to now get back to her house. So now she's like, friend, I'm going back because I can't go. My mom said I mustn't go further than this. So I'm like, okay, no, you stand there and I'll run. I'm running, and as you see me like turning and get into my house, then you can run back. Then I'm running. Remember, there was a small, those small roots, and on the other side it was a little bit of a bush, and then you go through that the narrow road. So I'm running bare feet, guys. Hey. Guys, as I am running, I stepped on this thing. Do you hear me? Like, for you guys, those who doesn't know how the snake feels, come to me. It is flippin' cold. It is cold. The skin, it's somehow, man, I cannot explain that. It's guys, I cannot explain that, but it's flippin' cold. It's flippin' cold. But I'm wondering, and it's big, like it's thick. So as you remember, I'm small, guys, with a small feet, So I stepped on it. As I stepped on it, guys, probably I stepped on the middle of the body. The tail was there. The snake was big. And the head was up. So it was crawling to, I don't know where, So it was like, it was going horizontally. I was going vertically. So as I stepped on it, guys, lucky. Guys, today I don't think I would have been alive. I don't think I would have been alive. But thank God it was full. I don't know what it ate because the tummy was like big. I don't know. I think it ate an animal or maybe one of the children. I don't know, but it was full. But as I stepped on it, guys, you know, as the head was that side, it turned. It turned just to look at what is that stepping on my body. Guys, the head was, it was a little bit far from me, but I was here. Just, I couldn't even look anymore. Immediately as it turned and the head was guys, I am not joking. This is what I've seen. But I think it was not the one that they were talking about, the blue hair, snake. That was a different one because it had green, blackish, you know, this color, man, this color. But it didn't have hair. Guys, I ran for my life. And it looked at me, and afterwards it just turned back. I don't know. Probably it proceeded with its journey. As I got home, guys, I was in tears. I was traumatized. I couldn't even speak to my mom. But my mom now, when I get there, she's, you know, when your mom like holds her, damn it, and then she's waiting for you. Where were you? You know, where were you? Now I'm crying. I'm just, you know, falling apart, and everything is just falling apart. I'm in tears. I'm even short-breathed. You know, like everything is just confusing. My mom was like, what? I couldn't speak, man. I couldn't speak, guys. I couldn't speak. My mom was so furious, like, and she couldn't even know how to make me talk because I'm crying at the same time. And I had my own bed and I was sleeping in my own bed. But that day, I wanted to sleep with my parents, but crying as well. I had these dreams as well of snakes. I couldn't sleep. Oh, in the morning, I was at least calm. My mom even wanted to take me to the doctor the next morning. And yeah, in the morning at least I was a little bit calm, and I sat my mom down. I explained everything to her, and my mom was like, what? So which means what you've seen there, it's what actually it was the snake. My mom was like, you know what, he called my dad. I was like, come, we need to talk. My dad was there, and he sat him down. No, actually, my dad, no.